Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Tuesday, September 14th, at 8:26 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 689 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Drug sting sends two Miami-Dade cop pals to prison. They were big fans of Bad Boys movies. The fatal flaws of conservatives championing the recklessly unmasked. Nicholas floods streets in Texas. An all-time high of 56 cargo ships are stuck waiting off the California coast, as shipping ports hit their fourth record backup in 3 weeks. Pennsylvania governor recalls nominee due to Donald Trump's fantasy about 2020 voting irregularities. Egypt opens ancient tomb of King Djoser after restoration. Lawyer dressed as Michael Myers arrested after roaming Texas beaches prank, cops say. Washington hiker vanished in 2019. Her recovery prompts questions about search and rescue. Kim Kardashian switched up her Met Gala look by unmasking herself at Justin Bieber's after-party. Israel's top COVID truther claimed COVID that killed him was poison attack. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Las Vegas Raiders Carl Nassib makes LGBTQ history, and a game-saving play, NBC News. Top Democrat threatens to subpoena Biden officials as Blinken testifies on Afghanistan, Axios. Poverty in the U.S. declined thanks to government aid, census report shows, The New York Times. Pennsylvania to release new COVID-19 data on breakthrough cases, WGAL Susquehanna Valley PA. Todd Rundgren details his frustrations working with Kanye West, Styriagam. Putin in self-isolation due to COVID cases in Inner Circle, Associated Press. The Met Gala guest list sparked a huge debate about elitism and which celebrities should be invited after this year's red carpet saw more YouTubers and TikTokers than ever, BuzzFeed News. iPhone 13 Apple event, how to watch the launch live today, CNET. MSNBC's Joy Reid blasts Minaj over anti-vaccine tweet The Hill. Gavin Newsom's political fate in balance as final votes cast in California recall, The Guardian. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. The best and wildest looks from the 2021 Met Gala. Larry Elder rails against twisted results before California recall election. Giuliani's off-the-rails speech mimicking the Queen gets the treatment from Seth Meyers. Jennifer Aniston has her sights set on a different kind of boyfriend. 4 ex-cops accused of violating George Floyd's rights to be arraigned. Patton Oswalt issues rip-roaring reality check for people mad at him for canceling shows. Marjorie Taylor Greene rips Ocasio-Cortez's tax the rich dress in Trumpy way. A woman tried to publicly slut-shame me, she wasn't prepared for my response. Putin meets with Assad and Paralympians, then self-isolates over COVID-19 cases in Inner Circle. Anti-vaxxer Cole Beasley dropped a pass and the jokes about catching stuff came fast. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Shooting happens in Walmart checkout line. Man shot breaking up fight at gender reveal party. 5 shot at candlelight vigil for teen. Woman allegedly stole $43K from dependent adult. HS football coach of the year dies of COVID. Lawyer cited for Michael Myers stunt. Pop-up bookstore lets young people pay what they can. Researchers discover 8 more miles of cave. Woman charged after deadly stabbing. Woman pleads guilty to extorting former judge. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Consumer prices rose more slowly in August, welcome news for Fed. Democrats to propose a compromise voting rights bill. Boris Johnson to outline a winter virus plan for England. Raiders go the extra mile to beat the Ravens. Poverty in the U.S. declined thanks to government aid, census report shows. What time do polls open and close in California? Full guide to recall election. Our film critics discuss the future of movie. Tropical storm Nicholas hits Houston area, threatening a foot of rain. With Rikers in crisis, critics wonder, where is Bill de Blasio? Madeleine Hollander's review at Performa is apt for the moment. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Ron Johnson, mainstream media, social media aiding and abetting Biden disasters. Deviled shrimp dip for a flavorful NFL game day snack. Department of Justice limits chokeholds, no-knock warrants by federal officers. Jennifer Aniston says she'd like to date someone who isn't a public figure, that'd be nice. Kevin McCarthy on AOC's tax the rich dress at Met Gala, this is the leader of the Democratic Party. California's climate crisis, droughts and major wildfires are the new normal. Army officer resigns over Biden vaccine mandate, Marxist takeover of the military. Conca on White House cutting Biden's live feed mid-sentence, appears intentional and it looks weak. Bill Belichick on Cam Newton, I think we've already covered that. The Jeep Gladiator pickup stores are getting chopped in half, and that's a good thing. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Tuesday, September 14th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Baseball report, Max Scherzer's continued dominance helps Dodgers keep pace. Amanda Klutz and Akbar Gbajabiamila on CBS The Talk, nobody else is doing this. Daisy Haggard on being Back to Life's creator, co-writer and star, it's a huge privilege. Leslie Odom Jr., announced as host for the Tony Awards present, Broadway's Back, on CBS and Paramount+. Cheryl Underwood and Jerry O'Connell on the new season of The Talk, it's been amazing, such a family atmosphere. Dr. Phil reflects on 20 seasons ahead of latest premiere, so inspiring to me to see how people fight back, make real changes in their lives. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Children may get better immunity from catching naturally instead of getting single vaccine. Toddler reveals he was pretending to be ill so his father would take him home from preschool. Boris warns COVID far from over as he unveils winter plan. New Zealand should change its name to Aotearoa, says Maori Party as they launch campaign. Neuroscience, people subconsciously sync their heart rates with the stories they listen to. Priti Patel risks fury as she defends police pay freeze in video message. Mother bear entertains her cub with a football after stealing it from children in an Indian village. Trump claims the U.S. absolutely airlifted terrorists from Afghanistan to be resettled in America. But aren't they supposed to be there? RSPCA launches rescue mission to save mountain goats. Golf jumper, astonishing moment, Daredevil hits a golf ball while bouncing on a trampoline. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. The Merkel era is about to end. FM says Taliban government won't allow militant attacks on others. Pope visit a sign of inclusion for Slovakia's excluded Roma. Jewish leaders bury remains found in former Warsaw ghetto. Fukushima plant failed to probe cause of faulty filters. People around the world increasingly see climate change as a personal threat, new poll finds. Greece probes crash that killed witness in Netanyahu trial. British government announces national plan for living with the virus and getting through the winter. Afghan women share images of colorful, traditional styles to protest Taliban dress codes. Vladimir Putin self-isolates after COVID exposure but has not tested positive, Kremlin says. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Coronavirus Live News, Africa left behind by rest of the world on vaccines, says WHO, Putin self-isolating. Senate Democrats pitch new voting bill in effort to break filibuster logjam. Live. Colorado radio host who urged boycott of vaccines dies of COVID-19. Joe Biden to propose target of vaccinating 70% of world in a year. Lord of the Rings actors praise Italian man who lives as a hobbit. Does Britain have a drinking problem? My answer very much depends on who's asking. Arwa. Medium is the message. AOC defends tax the rich dress worn to Met Gala. 90% of global farm subsidies damage people and planet, says UN. Boy band on voice in the vaccine mandate protest, Tuesday's best photos. David Squires on, Cristiano Ronaldo's second Manchester United debut. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Tropical Storm Nicholas updates, hard-hit Louisiana braces for impact. Allowing Texas to mostly ban abortions very bad but not political, Justice Breyer. U.S. consumer prices rise 0.3% in August, lowest in 7 months. German police probe balloon that caused mass blackout. UK recommends COVID-19 booster shots for over 50s. Egypt team identifies fossil of land-roaming whale species. Germany compensates 249 persecuted over homosexuality law. Putin to self-isolate due to coronavirus among inner circle. Amazon brings palm swiping tech to Red Rocks concert venue. Massachusetts National Guard to help school districts impacted by bus driver shortage. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Boeing says air travel to return to pre-pandemic levels by 2024. Brexit, checks on goods imported from the EU delayed again. Cow's toilet trained to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Met Gala 2021, which celebs shone brightest on the red carpet? Tropical storm Nicholas brings heavy rain to Texas and Louisiana. Met Gala, 13 of the most eye-catching looks. Norway center-left defeats Solberg's conservative rule. R. Kelly abused Aaliyah when she was 13 or 14, court hears. Climate change, young people very worried, survey. California recall election, Biden campaigns with Gavin Newsom. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Nicholas slams Texas coast, could bring life-threatening flash floods across the Deep South. Company seeks to resurrect the woolly mammoth, return extinct animal to the Arctic. Putin self-isolating as infections breach Kremlin's inner circle, cases among kids have increased exponentially, COVID-19 updates. Nicholas downgraded to tropical storm. She wanted to go back to school amid cancer fight, mask exemptions are keeping her at home. Pope celebrates Byzantine Rite Mass in Prešov. Dad defends mom charged with killing their 12-year-old son, mental illness is real. Authorities capture, kill alligator suspected of attacking 71-year-old man in Ida floodwaters. Why is the sun red? Experts explain how smoke is creating the phenomenon. Interview, NYC mayoral frontrunner Eric Adams. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Robert Durst's defense makes closing argument, jury to begin deliberating Tuesday. Column, win or lose, Larry Elder could bring about a new era of black conservatism. California fires are burning at higher elevations than ever, creating new dangers. Newsom recall election tests the California dream. Earthquake, magnitude 3.8 quake hits near Coalinga. Thousands of Los Angeles Police Department employees plan to seek exemptions to COVID-19 vaccine mandate. Los Angeles Police Department badly miscalculated weight of fireworks before South LA explosion, ATF finds. Did you have issues voting in person for the California recall election? Protesters disrupt celebration of LA City Hall's new Civil Rights Department. Charred trees, destroyed homes, Biden tours wildfire danger during California trip. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Tuesday, September 14th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Chinese government forces 200 million people to download an app that monitors call logs and text conversations. Greece investigates plane crash that killed witness in Netanyahu corruption trial. Getting fully vaccinated massively reduces your chance of dying from COVID-19, a new real-world study suggests. Poisoning generations, U.S. company taken to EU court over toxic forever chemicals in landmark case. Pressed on Chinese aggression, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken calls Taiwan country again. Afghan women are sharing photos of dresses to protest the Taliban's black hijab mandate. Most plans for new coal plants scrapped since Paris Agreement. China property giant Evergrande admits debt crisis as protesters besiege HQ. A new study finds worldwide greenhouse gas emissions are 28x higher in meat production versus crop production and are responsible for nearly 60% of all food-related emissions. Prosecution witness in Netanyahu trial killed in plane crash off Greek island. Norway's left-wing opposition wins election in a landslide. Climate change, horrifying warning of 10 million deaths if world leaders fail to act at 2021 United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP26. 227 people were killed last year protecting forests, water and other natural resources under increasing stress from climate change, making 2020 the deadliest year on record for environmental defenders, according to a report. The next headlines are from Forbes. Trump advisors privately discussed critical mistakes in pandemic response as Trump bragged to public, new emails show. Emily Austin is just your average college sophomore, with a fully fledged career in TV broadcasting. California recall election, here's what to expect as voters decide whether to keep Governor Gavin Newsom. Senator Warren urges Fed to break up Wells Fargo for abusive and unlawful practices. Soaring demand from automakers makes Thai electronics magnate a billionaire. Netflix's Prey is just not worth your time. BTS make unfortunate Hot 100 history as Butter falls from number 1. Waiver wire week 2, Eli Mitchell leads top-ranking fantasy football free agent pickups. China's passenger travel plunged by 51% in August amid COVID-19 resurgence. Manager Craig Counsell provides tremendous leadership for the Milwaukee Brewers. The next headlines are from Nature.com. From the archive. The tangled history of mRNA vaccines. Preventing spillover as a key strategy against pandemics. Anthropocene, event or epoch. Afghanistan, conflict risks local and global health. A sweet tooth gave ancient primate a mouthful of woe. Africa, invest in local manufacturing of COVID-19 vaccines. Biology must generate ideas as well as data. Women less likely to win major research awards. Springboard to Science, the institutions that shaped Black researchers' careers. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,731,449,682 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Ex-HBO marketing exec Chris Petticini joins Camp, family-focused retail startup. Britney Spears is engaged, but can her conservatorship prevent her from getting married? Christopher Nolan making film about development of atomic bomb for Universal. Dear Evan Hansen, a letter to Oscar voters. Streamers put more women in charge of TV shows than broadcast networks, study finds. Only Murders in the Building renewed for season 2 at Hulu. Naomi Osaka's hairstylist explains how he achieved her stunning Met Gala look. The Walking Dead, The Wonder Years Among series on Paley Fest Fall TV preview lineup. Naomi Watts on her grueling thriller Lakewood, it scared the out of me. Nicki Minaj no longer managed by Irving Azoff, in talks with SALXCO, home to the Weekend and Department of Justicia Cat exclusive. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. A hungry rhino escaped his pen at an Omaha zoo to munch on grass. At Pakistan's border with Afghanistan, people wait to cross from both sides. Russian President Putin self-isolates due to a COVID-19 outbreak among his staff. A Tahoe ski resort ditches its name, saying it's racist and sexist. An independent review of the first 2020 census results found no major irregularities. A $3.5 trillion question, what is budget reconciliation? Here's an explainer. With Taliban's rise, India sees renewed threat in Kashmir. Senate Democrats offer a new voting bill, but a GOP filibuster likely blocks the way. Apple issues critical patch to fix security hole exploited by spyware company. This is the candidate to beat in the race to become Germany's next leader. The following headlines are from The Week. GOP Rep Adam Kinzinger calls Trump one of the weakest men that I've ever seen. Newly revealed emails add to growing body of evidence that Trump was aware of coronavirus threat early on. Facebook researchers reportedly found Instagram is harmful for a sizable percentage of young users. MSNBC's Joe Scarborough, former GOP congressman, makes an impassioned case for taxing the super-rich. Tucker Carlson defends Nicki Minaj's sensible vaccine-skeptical tweet about her cousin's friend's swollen testicles. Hurricane Nicholas makes landfall in Texas, threatening Houston and ravaged Louisiana. Your gas stove is polluting your home. There's a better way. The Republican lies about election fraud are a ticking time bomb. Late-night hosts gawk at the decidedly not sober way Trump and Rudy Giuliani commemorated 9/11. Stephen Colbert, Trevor Noah, and Jimmy Kimmel take sides in the Biden GOP vaccine mandate war. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Missing in Brooks County, the missing migrant crisis haunts South Texas. On the coronavirus, laws, and my mom's tacos. The next headlines are from Universe Today. A new way to search for exomoons. There's now a gas station, in space. The Milky Way hasn't been evenly mixed. Researchers create the most powerful magnet ever made on Earth, 20 Teslas. These are the news headlines for today, Tuesday, September 14th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Missing impact debris mystery solved. Alpha Cephei, a fast-spinning star. Mercury greatest elongation September 14th, best for S hemisphere. Cassiopeia the Queen ascends in September. Dogbone asteroid Cleopatra makes a fetching portrait. Neptune at opposition September 14th, 2021. The next news is from Politico. Conservatives' loyalty tested over welfare and taxes in Britain. Norway's Labour Party on course for election win. Putin self-isolating after coronavirus cases in his entourage. Democrats unveil compromise ethics and elections reform bill. Congress new Afghanistan challenge, bipartisan oversight of Biden's Pentagon. How Joe Biden became Irish. Trump shattered tradition on Fed chair, some Dems want Biden to do the same. Opinion: can the foreign policy elite survive Biden's rejection? Major college sports are under siege and they want K-Street to save them. California's recall election, in photos. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Labour wasting keenly where she's not wanted. Fuel on the fire, hospitals faced record demand in the months before Delta hit. Farmers can hit net zero by 2040 while growing productivity, EY report. In the Herald, September 15, 1956. From the archives, 1971, I'm like a shag on a rock in London. Bidders line up on runway for $550 in Qantas assets. Target time and super quiz, Wednesday, September 15th. Inner city teachers push for mandatory jabs ahead of return to class. Bullying must end, but it cannot all be tweet nothings. The latest illustrations from artist Matt Golding. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Keywords: when can kids under 12 get a COVID-19 vaccine? CDC Director Rochelle Walensky has an answer. California recall, why Governor Gavin Newsom could be removed, who else is running and what you need to know. Coronavirus update, Biden seeks to get 70% of world vaccinated within a year, as unvaccinated Americans continue to account for most COVID cases and deaths. Market snapshot, Dow falls 200 points as lift from softer than expected inflation reading fades. Tax Watch, House Democrats want tax hikes that are a little less aggressive than those proposed by President Biden. Metal stocks, gold retakes $1,800 as investors weigh U.S. inflation report. The Margin, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez makes a fashion statement at Met Gala, tax the rich. The Ratings Game, General Mills will raise consumer prices, and McCormick might, too. Futures movers, oil trades at 6-week high as Nicholas makes landfall in Texas. Investors shouldn't overlook Oracle, the company is in the midst of a bold comeback. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Dexcom fights Abbott's bid to invalidate its diabetes tech IP, Law 360. $8 billion Sobi takeover shows orphan drug IP assets are in high demand. IM. Dumatic and HiFood partner to deliver great-tasting nutritional sugar-reduced solutions, Valdosta Daily Times. Prattley Putty has been a mainstay product for over 50 years, Creamer Media's engineering news. Pfizer partners with HealthCore, Yahoo Finance. IPR protection centers expand the work related to rapid patent confirmation, intellectual property, China, Mondac News alerts. Meet our inventor of the year, Visoletta Verda, Ericsson. Telos Gifting asserts patents in dispute with Payouts Network, iNews. Green card for fee, Indians to get benefit as U.S. looks to clear backlog, Mint. Australia has finally backed a plan to let developing counter, MENAFNCOM. The next headlines are from Quartz. thousands of Kenyans have skipped their second COVID-19 doses. Remittances to El Salvador are cheaper without using Bitcoin. Who made AOC's Tax the Rich Met Gala dress? COVID has spurred a digital cash revolution in developing countries. The World Bank says climate change could displace more than 200 million people. Texas's new social media law is a clear violation of the First Amendment. Californian voters are deciding who's boss. Why at-home rapid COVID tests cost so much, even after Biden's push for lower prices. A Zomato co-founder quit just 2 months after the company's blockbuster IPO. Why some U.S. electric utilities are experimenting with flat-rate pricing. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Biden Competition Council urges Biden FCC to do things it cannot do because Biden hasn't fully staffed it yet. Department of Justice says federal agents will start wearing body cameras. Forfeiture case shows cops don't even need drug dogs to alert to engage in a warrantless search. Appeals court says police ballistics expert can be sued helping wrongfully imprison 2 men for more than 17 years. Colored, just because an anonymous Yelp reviewer is mean, doesn't mean you get to unmask the reviewer. Officer claims sheriff's office told him to play copyrighted music to shut down citizens' recordings. Florida presents its laughable appeal for its unconstitutional social media content moderation law. Daily Deal, the complete 2021 Learn Linux bundle. Malwarebytes conclusion shows Section 230's best feature, killing dumb cases before they waste everyone's time and money. COVID drove a big jump in community broadband networks. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Grimes. Maps. AOC Met Gala. Bachelor in Paradise. FedEx. Don't worry, darling. Fidelity. Outlook. Quest Diagnostics. Dictionary. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Not in there, Putin declines unusual passport signature request from Russian Paralympic star. Man arrested in Germany on suspicion of illegally exporting equipment for Iran's nuclear program. Let's see how Sputnik V works in real life. Putin reveals he had close contact with COVID-19 infected person for a whole day. Biden will push global leaders to vaccinate 70% of the world at upcoming summit. Hello to the haters. Ukraine-born Olympic swim champ Dalyatkina poses with Russian flag after anger over Putin pic photos. Russia unveils combat robots that can take down tanks without putting soldiers in harm's way, as part of massive Zapad war games. The man to replace Messi, Russian boy wonder Zakharyan linked to Barcelona after teen star continues impressive rise. Prosecution witness in Netanyahu's corruption trial killed as his plane crashes in Greece. Austria won't accept any fleeing Afghan refugees as long as I'm in power, Chancellor Kurz vows. France's Macron wants oversight body for police conduct, vows to double law enforcement presence in public. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. A record $2 trillion options just traded, what it means for Friday's massive quad witchopics. Transitory inflation cooling as sticky heats up. Here is the heat map from today's CPI report. Chinese authorities alarmed as regional COVID outbreak sees cases double in a single day. On staying liquid. Is it time to buy the monthly cycle dip? Elizabeth Warren demands Fed break up Wells Fargo. U.S. consumer prices miss expectations for first time since October. FBI fires lead agent in Whitmer kidnapping case. Narrative moot, nearly half of COVID hospitalizations this year have been mild or asymptomatic cases. Stocks and gold spike after CPI miss, dollar nosedives. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Guinea coup leaders begin transitional government talks. Putin in isolation after COVID scare among inner circle. Which offers the best protection, a COVID infection or vaccines? Cathie Wood's ARK slips out of top 10 ETF issuers. My generation can liberate Palestine and end the occupation. Taliban broke promises on rights, outgoing Afghan envoy to UN. Israel, Egypt leaders meet to de-escalate Gaza tensions. Qatar refuses responsibility for Kabul airport without Taliban. Hong Kong to create more national security offenses. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Report, Taliban looking for Washington, D.C., lobbyists to gain legitimacy from Biden administration. Rap Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez mocked and slammed as a hypocrite for tax the rich Met Gala dress. Nolte, elites violate mask mandate at grotesque Met Gala. Taliban cries poor, urges U.S. to show some heart and send money. Biden, Newsom continue Democrat tradition of blaming climate change for wildfires. WSJ, Facebook's internal documents show company knows Instagram is terrible for teen girls. Consumer prices up 5.3% as food, fuel, and shelter surge higher. Yellow Vests 2.0, European Union faces widespread unrest as green policies see energy costs soar. Amnesty alert, bill blows away all numerical limits on employer-based green cards, for an entire decade. Hurricane Nicholas smashes Texas coast, dangerous flood, storm surge warnings issued. The next headlines are from UPI News. Clerk's mistake leads Maryland man to $100,000 lottery jackpot. 2 African servals escape from pet store owner's barn in Alabama. Watch, large snake rescued after slithering into New York storm drain. Watch, man uses hands to move 114 ounces of water in 30 seconds for world record. Watch, Colorado man's couch becomes hangout spot for local bear. Watch, dog steals ball during cricket match in Ireland. 2 million people sought for Maori language moment world record attempt. Watch, fans catch falling cat in U.S. flag at University of Miami football game. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. Some of the world's strangest murders, some of which remain unsolved. 21 tragic selfie accidents, all of them fatal. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. 99% of military UFO sightings are never divulged to the public, RET U.S. Navy Commander, USS Enterprise, CVN-65. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. This asteroid is a $10,000 quadrillion lump of iron and a potential opportunity to study an exposed planetary car. From cheeky bears to goofy gophers, see the fun finalists of the Comedy Wildlife Photo Awards. The greatest technological hurdle to making nuclear fusion possible, the magnet, just powered up. Huge field is planted with more than 100,000 sunflowers to read the word hope, look. Mexico led the way for 7 U.S. states to cooperate in sharing water amid the 22-year drought. Mod's rippled forewings are actually a sophisticated defense system against echolocation. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Tuesday, September 14th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Bishop quits after falling in love with satanic erotica writer. Deputies, Florida man shot family dog in head during argument with girlfriend. Police reunite Illinois State Fair visitor with lost dentures. Taco Bell tests 30-day taco subscription to drive more frequent visits. Firm raises $15M to bring back woolly mammoth from extinction. Scientists set initial sights on creating elephant-mammoth hybrid, with first calves expected in 6 years. Woman banned from Burger King after row with staff over ridiculous ice cream portions. Nothing says refreshing like a can of cup noodle soda that tastes like seafood ramen. Texas GOP website down after anonymous hacking replaced by Planned Parenthood fundraiser. Man accused of breaking into home, stealing pooper scooper. Anti-vaxxer Turks protest Bill Gates at Istanbul rally. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Move over micro-mobility, Dance e-bikes has a new way to hire an e-bike. Why solid-state EV batteries are better than their lithium-ion counterpart. Before we colonize Mars, we need to find a way to have sex in space. It's your last shot at getting Babbel language learning at one of its lowest prices of the year. Get 12 months of PlayStation Plus for under $50, and we'll throw you an extra $20 just because. Your social media engagement is making you vulnerable to manipulation. Is a $4,500 tax credit for union-built devs unfair or proactive? Sleuth mode, today's Apple event may only be the first of a shady pair. Update your Apple devices now, because Pegasus is loose. What Spotify is mess, and its cleanup, can teach startups about long-term brand thinking. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Researchers develop new tool for analyzing large superconducting circuits. Researchers find evidence of possible link between herpes simplex and neurodegenerative diseases. Observation of quasi-equilibrium phase coexistence in supercritical fluids. Scientists claim that overeating is not the primary cause of obesity. Affordable housing in outer space, scientists develop cosmic concrete from space dust and astronaut blood. New method enables 3D microscopy of human organs. Quantum materials cut closer than ever. Engineers grow pancreatic organoids that mimic the real thing. Socioeconomic status of children can influence microorganisms in their digestive tract. Astronomers spot the same supernova 3 times, and predict a 4th sighting in 16 years. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Tuesday, September 14th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA awards regional architect, engineering services contracts. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Running back Michael Bernard's time has arrived at the University of Utah. Smile, Utahns, after all, you live in the happiest state. Cox pushes back against Biden's vaccine mandate in Fox Business appearance. Utah kids aren't being notified of COVID-19 exposure until it's almost too late to quarantine. Utah Highway Patrol arrests suspect after active gunman reported on Interstate 15. Bayou students no longer enrolled after defacing chalk art drawn in support of LGBTQ students. The Rundown, a quick and dirty guide to the California recall election. How Utah's independent comic book stores champion fandom, literacy and fantastic storytelling. Eye on the Y, celebrating my 2-year anniversary of living in the Beehive State with a memorable Bayou Utah game. Steve Pine, welcome to Yosemite, the new Piercine Park. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. Intel is reducing server chip pricing in attempt to stem the AMD tide. AI can estimate corporate greenhouse gas emissions. Meat accounts for nearly 60% of all greenhouse gases from food production, study finds. China will reportedly break up Ant Group's Alipay, force creation of new loans app. Nvidia leak may reveal unannounced gains, including God of War for PC. Researchers toilet-trained cows in hopes of reducing their greenhouse gas emissions. New York to ban sale of all gas-powered vehicles in the state by 2035. Engineers grow pancreatic organoids that mimic the real thing. Uber drivers are employees, not contractors, says Dutch court. Cape Technologies agrees to buy ExpressVPN for $936 million. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Missouri murder suspect in custody after removing GPS tracker, going on the run. Possible fatal crash closes northbound I-270 near I-44, major traffic backup. Governor Parson prepares to oppose President Biden's vaccine requirements. Maplewood chef wins Hell's Kitchen and proposes to girlfriend. Major grocer predicts food prices will continue to rise. Missouri to hold a public hearing on rights of sexual assault victims. Dogs rescued from Hurricane Ida looking for homes in St. Louis. One charge dropped against Panhub in murder of friend. Federal vaccine mandate, over 3,700 Missouri businesses may face fines of $14,000 per violation. Demonstrators march before heated St. Charles meeting about COVID and schools. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. How to check if your mail-in ballot was received by election officials. Final vote expected on ghost gun ordinance. Election day, how, where to vote in San Diego County. San Diego County anticipates strong voter turnout in recall election. San Diego lawmaker Lorena Gonzalez, no cancer left after bilateral mastectomy. Jeff Bridges says cancer in remission after near-fatal COVID battle during chemo. 5 things to look for in California's gubernatorial recall. Biden, results of California recall will be felt nationally. 19-year-old woman fatally shot in car identified. Man found guilty of murder for fatally shooting San Diego police officer in 2016. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Israel Aerospace Industries to showcase armed ground robot at DSEI. Lithuanian company Ostara is making progress on hybrid electric buggy tech. Russia's Cold Warrior T-62 tank still in service. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. Age of Awakening, a Chinese revolutionary drama becomes a cultural touchstone, and propaganda coup. After calling Xi, Biden considers pressuring China over trade, Taiwan. Beijing to require Ansalapay to spin off separate loan app. Casting good-looking but untalented celebrities is abnormal, China says. Chinese-Australian duo wins second doubles Grand Slam. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Tuesday, September 14, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Police investigating custody death of man held at Marin County Jail. Missed the voter registration deadline, how to still vote on election day. Amazon seeks to fill 125K more jobs, with $18 plus per hour average salary. Recall election day, what to expect at the polls. How to check if your vote by mail ballot was counted in the recall election. Come on down, The Price is Right celebrates its 50th season on TV. There is too much at stake, Biden supports Newsom in California. Apple Store unavailable hours before Apple event to debut new products. 22-year-old van life YouTuber missing after cross-country trip with boyfriend. Recall election, Santa Clara County expects high voter turnout. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Major indexes slip on Wall Street, reversing early gains. Amazon eyes 125K more hires, $18 plus per hour average salary. Nassib strip sack helps Raiders in OT victory over Ravens. The latest, FM says Taliban to deter attacks from territory. Arkush, what was Moj thinking going for it on 4th down in 4th quarter? COVID-19 deaths spike to 71, rise in September as Pritzker holds to mask mandate. Better, Mark Gian Greco snubs Silver Circle induction ceremony. Improved St. Alexius Medical Center ER gets Hoffman Estates approval. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. 9 of Seattle's best pumpkin patches that also offer corn mazes, fall festivals. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Nicholas 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0.476 million. Red alert for Tropical Cyclone Chanthu 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 5.037 million. Drought is ongoing in Russia. Drought is ongoing in United States. Drought is ongoing in Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania. Drought is ongoing in Bhutan, China, India, Myanmar. Drought is ongoing in Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Italy, Serbia. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Russia, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Angola. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Tuesday, September 14th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Tropical Storm Nicholas moving across Houston with spotty showers and gusty winds. Hurricane Nicholas, worst-case scenario for power outages 5-7 days, CenterPoint says. Nearly 2 million people in Texas are overdue for second dose of the COVID vaccine. Jeopardy! Pays tribute to Alex Trebek by naming iconic stage and beloved former host's name. California ski resort changes name to remove word deemed racist, misogynist. Massachusetts taps National Guard to help school districts amid bus driver shortage. New report says vaccinated people don't need COVID booster shots, per FDA and WHO officials. Fauci says he would support a COVID vaccine mandate for air travel. America strong, Lincoln University professor goes viral for holding student's baby during class. Russia's Vladimir Putin is in self-isolation due to COVID cases in his inner circle. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Census, relief payments stave off hardship in COVID crash. Stay or go, Californians to decide fate of Governor Gavin Newsom. Yuri Isidik, Hammer world record holder, dies at 66. Attorneys for former Fall River mayor seek leniency. Japan, U.S., South Korea urge Korea to return to arms talks. Census experts find no political influence in state totals. FM says Taliban government won't allow militant attacks on others. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. 50 years after Attica, activists are still fighting to end coerced prison labor. Early edition, people who've returned to the office are remembering that they hate their office. How Voice is making it easy to get involved in NFTs. We need action, elected officials tour Rikers Island demanding decarceration. After driver fatally hits baby in stroller, elected officials demand more to stop reckless driving. Extra extra, step inside the Upper East Side duplex of your acid trip dreams. Inside the Met's 2021 in America Costume Institute exhibit. New York lawmakers step up fight for reproductive rights. Photos, Bushwig 2021 makes a joyous return to NYC. How to stop basement apartments from becoming death traps during flash floods. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. From K-pop heroes to net zero, 5 things to look out for at Lunga 76. Most agricultural funding distorts prices, harms environment, UN report. As war keeps poisoning humanity, organizing continues to be the antidote. Food Systems Summit Scientific Threat. Interview, amid disease and destruction, new UN Assembly President highlights hope. Multiple reports of alleged human rights violations in Tigray. Gender equality champion Sima Sami Bahis to lead UN Women. Raise retirement ages. $1 billion pledge a quantum leap in commitment to Afghanistan, UN chief. South Sudan, cash shortage triggers food suspensions for 100,000 displaced. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Hot mic catches Israeli health minister admitting vaccine passports are about coercion. Report, 14 Israelis infected with COVID despite third vaccine dose. Michigan healthcare system says workers with natural immunity don't need vaccine. Outrage over George W. Bush 9/11 speech attacking American extremists. Study finds teenage boys 6 times more likely to suffer heart problems from vaccine than be hospitalized by COVID. Members of Congress and their staff are exempt from Biden's vaccine mandate. 20 years of government-sponsored tyranny, the rise of the security industrial complex from 9/11 to COVID-19. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Jason Derulo didn't fall down Met Gala stairs. Noble, scientists potty train cows to use Mulu. Did Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez wear tax the rich dress to Met Gala? Ex-cops accused of violating Floyd's rights face arraignment. Apple fixes security hole reportedly used to hack an iPhone. Yes, tennis player Grigor Dimitrov helped an ailing ball kid. Militia leader gets 53 years in Minnesota mosque bombing. Long-running cop show revived for Fox Nation service. Nicholas gets stronger, threatens to hit Texas as hurricane. Is this the full transcript of a call from Flight 93 on 9/11? We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Students push California University to return scandal-plagued billionaires' cash. Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic has one very big problem. Palace, yes, the Queen really did send congrats note to Kim Jong-un. The courageous men who smuggle Palestinians into Israel. Facebook is raking it in with shady anti-abortion ads. Trumping Madison Cawthorn tries to tweet past his GOP challengers. Putin in isolation after COVID cracks his elaborate self-preservation bunker. Joe Manchin is America's last hope against Dems gun wild. Biden mandate sparks price gouging for fake vax cards. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Nicki Minaj slams MSNBC's Joy Reid in COVID vaccine firestorm. Was Kanye West Kim Kardashian's date at Met Gala 2021? Kate Hudson, Diane Kruger debut huge engagement rings at Met Gala. Hero Farm Animals rescue chicken buddy from Hawk in dramatic video. Lil Nas X and more stars continue Met Gala bathroom selfie tradition. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Ask Astro does Planet 9 have enough mass to be a black hole? SpaceX Inspiration 4 mission will send 4 people with minimal training into orbit. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Fossil of prehistoric land-roaming whale species is identified. Stunning images capture rare megapod of humpback whales. Nicholas could bring life-threatening flash floods to Deep South. States take aim at ubiquitous and false recycling symbol. Experts warn of heightened back-to-school anxiety as kids return to classrooms. 13-year-old is youngest student at Georgia Tech. Nicholas, now a hurricane, lashes Texas with severe flooding. I'm being challenged. 13-year-old is studying at Georgia Tech. Biden to deliver remarks outlining new 6-step strategy to curb spread of COVID-19. Los Angeles Unified School District to vote on vaccine mandate as battle heats up over COVID policy. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Militia leader gets 53-year sentence for Minnesota mosque bombing. Boston University professor dies after falling through rusted staircase. Former Minneapolis officers accused of violating George Floyd's rights to be arraigned. California votes on recall as Biden gives Governor Gavin Newsom final boost. South Carolina police investigating allegations that Alex Murdaugh stole money from law firm. Nicholas makes landfall in Texas as Category 1 hurricane before weakening to tropical storm. Coronavirus boosters not widely needed at this time, scientists. Hurricane Nicholas strengthens as it heads toward Texas, Louisiana. Surveillance footage allegedly shows FedEx driver stealing woman's cotton. UN accuses Taliban of breaking promises regarding treatment of women. The following headlines are from military.com. 4 will circle Earth on first SpaceX private flight. Blinken pushes back on GOP criticism of Afghan withdrawal. Air Force veterans seek class action suit over trauma consideration in discharges. 1,700 former acquisition officials moved on to defense contractors, report finds. Army plan to delay moves for thousands of soldiers, families during holidays, but changes order. National Guard stepping up to fill school bus shortage. Study, Pentagon reliance on contractors hurt U.S. in 9/11 wars. Oldest U.S. veteran of World War II celebrates his 112th birthday. Israel hits Hamas targets as Gaza militants fire rockets. After 71 years, Korean War vet will finally be laid to rest. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. CPS parents demand remote learning option. Daywatch, Pritzker says he'll sign sweeping energy proposal that bails out nuclear plants. FBI launches probe into Chicago alderman. What's next for the Thompson Center? Some parents call CPS reopening chaotic, demand a remote learning option for everyone. City offers $20.5 million settlement to 2 men who say Chicago ex-detective framed them for murder. Veronica Volsky, QAnon supporter at center of ivermectin firestorm, dies of COVID-related pneumonia at Chicago hospital. Life rings installed at pier where 19-year-old drowned. Low-income parents seeking employment can get free child care under COVID-19 relief measures announced by Governor J.B. Pritzker. Chicago Ald, Jim Gardner's alleged conduct prompts FBI probe, sources say. Illinois anti-government militia leader sentenced to 53 years in prison for Minnesota mosque bombing. Chicago Park District reverses position and installs life ring at Rogers Park Pier where 19-year-old drowned. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Rethink cost-benefit analysis to tackle climate crisis. Scientists find eco-friendly way to dye blue jeans. The viruses of the North Sea. Cylindrical phenonic crystals sense physical, chemical properties of transported liquids. African post-COVID plans must prioritize climate study. Homemade face masks work, effectiveness varies depending on how they are made. Non-invasive eye procedure provides potential pathway for virus, disease carriers. Lab-grown cochlear organoids enable screening for hair cell-inducing drugs. Modern snakes evolved from a few survivors of dino-killing asteroid. Scientists can now assemble entire genomes on their personal computers in minutes. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Tuesday, September 14th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. What's the most remote volcano on land? The forgotten tale of a black mariner during the age of exploration. Cyber attacks on healthcare are rising, but many hospitals aren't prepared. How extreme heat can kill. What scientists know about wildfire smoke and its impact on wild animal health. Human noise is flooding the sea's natural soundscape. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Group, Turkish drones in Cyprus endanger commercial flights. Boeing jet orders crept up in August while deliveries remain slow. Blinken faces new round of hard Afghan questions in Congress. Judge suspends Minnesota's tougher standards on deadly force. Waiting for rain in the Seattle area, it's on the way, here's when. Hanged panda on Aurora is no longer a hidden gem, but you'll treasure these tea eggs you can make at home. Poet Patricia Smith wins $100,000 Lifetime Achievement Award. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Cal Shakes returns with a wildly relevant Take Winter's Tale. SF Giants are headed to October with the blueprint they've used to shock baseball. High school football rankings, Bay Area News Group Top 25, Week 4. 4 ex-cops accused of violating George Floyd's rights face arraignment in federal court. Pac-12 bowl projections, Oregon jumps into the CFP and everyone else moves up. QB power rankings, Carr jumps a few spots while Rodgers falls after ugly opener. Businessmen's pro-Trump flags for sale, some bearing profanity, create stir across Southern California. Child COVID-19 cases in U.S. increased nearly 240% since July, Pediatricians Group says. Disneyland gives its fans a new Christmas present. Make this corn and lemongrass soup with Thai basil immediately. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Democrats maneuver behind the scenes to secure amnesty provisions in Biden's $3.5 trillion spending bill. Hurricane Nicholas makes landfall on the Texas coast. Biden warns Donald Trump is on California recall ballot. Joe Biden pitches massive spending packages during tour of wildfire damage. Merrick Garland unveils new rules on federal oversight of local police agencies. AOC wears tax the rich dress to ritzy Met Gala. Model minority, Los Angeles Times takes another racially charged shot at Larry Elder. Brian Mast, leaked Biden call shows manipulation of Taliban intel. Airline industry pushes back on Anthony Fauci, proposed air travel vaccine mandate. Stanford professor slam targeting of Chinese researchers by Justice Department. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Unusual progressive centrist alliance wins universal child care subsidy. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Tuesday, September 14th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Menu planner, for an economical dinner, try Southwestern black bean salad. Man fatally shot in Fernwood. Horoscope for Tuesday, September 14th, 2021. Man killed in Brainerd shooting. Protesters call for CPS to institute a remote learning option. Not a California man, GOP Gov hopeful documents Illinois residency, says claim affirms West Coast HQ was marketing. Man fatally shot in far south side home. Plainfield lifts boil order following E. coli scare. Putrid NFC North might save Bears yet. Young Xavier Amos commits to Northern Illinois. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Putin to self-isolate due to COVID cases among inner circle. TMC trying to kill me, BJP-MP after bomb explosion outside home. Apple's important update for iPhone users. Geo book launch, what Geo's laptop may offer. Corona letter, why are COVID cases in Kit rising? BJP objects to Mamada's candidature for Bible. Most common COVID symptoms recorded after vaccination. Why PM said Aligarh will secure Indian borders. GST Council may consider folding fuel sales into its regime. Exciting cross pairings to look forward to. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Tuesday, September 14th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Kakalandia tickets on sale. Best of Houston 2021, Best Breakfast, Montrose. Things to do, John Cleary and the Absolute Monster Gentlemen at Continental Club. Best of Houston 2021, Best Seafood. Best of Houston 2021, Best Record Store. Best of Houston 2021, Chamber Orchestra. Texans doing their best to right the wrongs of previous seasons. Hidalgo asks folks to stay home ahead of Nicholas' heaviest rain. Improved rainfall forecast for Houston and Nicholas. No love on tour tonight at Toyota. The next headlines are about world records making news. A 28-year-old man with chronic pain set a world record by holding a board for more than 9 hours, OhitOnMostTime.com. World record holder Kaylee Hago eyes up medal at 2024 Paralympics, daily record. 28-year-old man with chronic pain sets world record by holding plank for over 9 hours, wife Greenville. 100-year-old woman from U.S. recognized by Guinness World Records as oldest woman competitive powerlifter, Malay male. Lisa set soloist world record for most views within 24 hours of release, Korea Jungang Daily. Irvine boxing twins secure kids world records age 7, Irvine Times. New Adidas running shoe breaks multiple world records to show Nike Vaporfly next percent who's the boss, T3. Guinness World Record for modified Volvo FH electric truck, Australasian Transport News. Japan's tally of centenarians hits record 86,500, and women account for 88% of them, the Japan Times. Isle of Wight sailor on cusp of Guinness World Record, Isle of Wight County Press. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Canon $6,000 EOS R3 is its most advanced full-frame mirrorless cam ever. Google is phasing out the Android Auto app, but the alternative is pretty good. The Matrix Resurrections Lana Wachowski says Neo and Trinity helped her grieve. Report, Facebook has a VIP program that basically allows celebrities to avoid moderation. Michael B. Jordan adapting Charlie Jane Anders' Victories Greater Than Death into an Amazon series. Colin Farrell's Batman villain might get his own HBO Max series. In Netflix's latest slasher film, The Killer Is You. Go update your iPhone, iPad, Mac, and Apple Watch right now. 2021's best photos of the microscopic world. Ethan Hawke is Batman in the animated Batwheels. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Aulin in Algeria at 113.9 degrees Fahrenheit or 45.5 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 95.44 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 70.8 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Tension over boosters rises as FDA regulators quid and publicly blast Biden's plan. Little Big Trouble, Sony kills multiple games online service without notice. PHP maintains an enormous lead in server-side programming languages. Nikon Small World Microscopy Contest 2021, a few of our favorite images. New driver add performance boosting memory access feature to older AMD GPUs. Apple fixes security vulnerabilities in new versions of iOS, macOS, and watchOS. Leaked documents reveal the special rules Facebook uses for 5.8 MVIPs. Biden's FTC pick is a privacy champion who wants limits on facial recognition. Jeremy Renner passes down his bow in a fun, holiday-themed trailer for Hawkeye. Live blog, all the news from Apple's California streaming event. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Doctor fears measles outbreak after Republican anti-vaccine advocacy leads to fewer childhood shots. Larry Elder ridiculed for time traveling to allege election fraud before the election is even over. Resident of Trump rally hosting Alabama City died after COVID surge left him without local hospital bed, MedNow. Pollster shows Biden winning Afghanistan debate, and most pro-war arguments are only marginally persuasive. Amy Coney Barrett was straight up trolling with warnings about judges being partisan hacks, MSNBC legal analyst. Lies and self-aggrandizement, CNN host crushes Trump for using 9/11 to spread more election falsehoods. Anti-vax activist dies from COVID-19, and he refused to admit he had the virus even after being hospitalized. I've reached my limit, Joy Reid unloads on Nicki Minaj for claims about COVID vaccine causing swollen testicles. A bunch of lies, CNN's Erin Burnett shreds Trump for preemptively declaring California recall rigged. Changing your mind about vaccines, people can do it, for a number of reasons. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Bad bosses. I worked as a mail carrier, my boss accused me of malicious compliance. The nonprofit boss who had a special hatred for women of color. I worked at a prison, my boss stopped me to prove I wasn't injured. I did social media for a baseball team, my boss was worried I'd sleep with the players. There's a phrase we use about the bosses at the Bureau of Prisons, F up, move up. My boss at Google said I got too emotional about Trump's idea for a Muslim registry. I worked at a labor union, my bosses ran it like a cult. My boss in Silicon Valley thought it was okay to stick his hand down my pants. The strip club boss who said, dancers are like cockroaches, they're drawn to the sugar. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Quantitative evaluation of the feasibility of sampling the ice plumes at Enceladus for biomarkers of extraterrestrial life, pnas.org. The Science of Aliens, Part 5, How Would They Communicate, Air and Space Magazine. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Comparative Genomics provides insights into the aquatic adaptations of mammals, pnas.org. NervGen Pharma announces results of annual general meeting of shareholders, MarketScreener.com. ZNF 804A gene RS 1,344,706 polymorphism and brain functions NDT, Dove Medical Press. Encode Ideas, LP announces the initiation of research coverage on NervGen Pharma Corporation, Stockhouse. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. DNA Explainer, Jeff Bezos to Elon Musk, How Billionaires Are Trying to Achieve Immortality, DNA India. Inside Super Rich's Quest to Live Forever with Injected Blood from Teenagers, Lab-Grown Organs, and Robot B, the U.S. Sun. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Tuesday, September 14, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Breaking, Congressional Bill for New UFO UAP Investigations Unit put on Union Calendar. The Vindication of Tom DeLonge. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Tuesday, September 14th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.